guys, it's Lily, and today I wanted to talk about the importance of hiring a good photographer. Okay, so what I mean by this is a lot of people pick a photographer that does okay work, not the greatest, not the best they could get, that charges really cheap, and they go to another photographer that does amazing work and charges a good bit more than the cheap photographer that doesn't do great work. A lot of times they go with the cheap photographer because it fits their price range and they want to go ahead and get pictures done right now. Instead of going with the cheap photographer that does not do great work, why don't you just take a little bit more time and save money and go with the photographer that does amazing work? That way you can have great pictures. People don't think about it that way. They're like, I want to get pictures done right now. I want to do this right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with the cheaper photographer that fits my budget. And there's nothing wrong with going with a photographer that fits your budget as long as they do good work. But most of the time that's not the case. A lot of times you go to the more expensive photographer and like they do everything you want. Like their style is what you want. Their editing is amazing. Everything they do is what you want. But when you hear that price, it's like, oh, hold on, no, not gonna go with them. They're way too expensive. All they do is click a button. That's not true. It's a lot more than just clicking a button. Picking up a camera, it's not that easy. You would know this if you just would sit down with a photographer and talk to them for just like 30 minutes. It's just not that easy. You have to do all your manual settings. You have to get the lighting right. You have to have the right lenses, the right camera, just all the right equipment, the right locations, everything. It's just so much more detailed than just picking up a camera and pushing a button. It's not a real photographer. It's not how it works. I know people don't understand that, and a lot of people never will because they don't want to take the time to understand photographer's job, and that's fine. I get that. But people that just want good pictures but don't want to pay the price, like, you get stuck with bad pictures whenever you pay for a cheap photographer. And then it's happened to me so many times. They come to me and ask me how much I charge, and I give them my price and what all includes, and they're like, okay, I'll get back to you. They never get back to me, and then they get their pictures done by somebody else and they do not turn out good. I've had it happen so many times, and then people will come to me and be like, oh, well, my next shoot I'm gonna go with you because you're so much better. And I'm just thinking, well, if you just would have gone with me in the first place and just saved up a little bit more money and waited a little longer, you could have had those great pictures to begin with. The thing is, if you want good pictures, you're gonna have to pay more than what you might want. And I've learned that so many times, like even before I started photography and understood like why people charge so much for photography, I was like, oh,
that's so ridiculous.
Like no photographer should charge that much money. And then whenever I got into photography, I was like, wow, I should have went with those people that charged way more for amazing work. They're the ones who really deserve it, that they deserve that money. They deserve getting booked and booked and booked because they're the ones that actually do good work. Not the ones that just sit there and do it for a hobby just to make a little extra money. They're not even passionate about it. They don't even love it the way all these other photographers do. I just feel like if you just pick up a camera and you shoot in auto and you use like the crappiest editing software and you're just doing it to make a quick buck, like that, you're not a real photographer in my eyes. Like that's just not, it's not okay. You're taking away business from all these other photographers that are truly, truly passionate about it and want to do this for the rest of their lives. And you're just like taking their money away from them basically. And it's just, it's not fair. It's like if you just have a regular job, you work at a restaurant or a clothing store, anywhere, and you go into work and they say, oh, well, go home because we called somebody else to come in instead of you. Like they're taking your money away from you. Like if you look at it in these different ways, you'll understand it's the same thing. I just wanted to let you guys know that maybe it's not in your price range, but if you just saved a little bit more money and waited a little bit longer than what you originally wanted to, you can get these amazing pictures and spend time with an amazing photographer that truly, truly loves what they do. It's mind-blowing the difference you would see in a photographer that's extremely passionate about it and just one that's just trying to make some extra money on the side because they don't make enough at their real job or whatever. You can just compare, like a real photographer will pose the way you need to be posed, not some crunched up weird pose that doesn't make any sense. And they'll talk to you, they'll interact with you and let you know what you're doing wrong, what you could do better, like what poses look good with you and what poses don't. It's just so much more than picking up a camera. It really is. And I'm so thankful for all of my clients that come back and like want more pictures because they see what great work I do. And I just want to thank all of you that have come to me before, and if you have not come to me and you went with another photographer, that's fine. I'm not mad at you. I love all of you, and if that photographer was good, then that is great. But if you got pictures done by a photographer that was not as good, just come see me. Well, I guess I'm going to end this video here because I don't even know what all I've said so far. I've just got kind of pumped up and started talking, but like I said, I'm not bad-mouthing anyone. I love all of the photographers out there, but if you're just like doing this just to get some money on the side, you're not truly passionate about it, please just put it down. Sell your camera, sell your equipment, and go back to something else that you love to do, because you're taking away from photographers that truly love this and want to do this. Bye guys, see you later. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.